Hello everybody, Fred Noble from Noble's New Sound Music Studio, where your new music journey begins. I wanted to come on briefly to share about our new program, the Play with Understanding 8-week piano course. Before I do that, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has shown support to our new online programs that is releasing real soon. We're going to release the piano program in the middle of February, which is the online piano program, followed by the Discover Your New Voice adult versions 1.0 in March, and then followed by the children's singing program in April. So stay tuned. We're definitely excited, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Now, this particular program that I'm going to go over today is the Play with Understanding 8-week piano course. Now, this is going to be on site at our North Charleston, our new location at North Charleston location, beginning this Saturday. So if you ever had a desire to learn to play the piano, this is the course, okay? This is going to give you basic foundation to help you get started in living your dream to play the piano. So I just wanted to go over, this is an 8-week course, and you're going to learn a lot about the piano. That's why the course is called Play with Understanding, okay? Play with purpose and understanding, okay? Because when you anything that you do, you got to know why you're doing it, okay? So I give a lot of detail on the background of the piano and why and the purpose, in each week, okay? So that you'll have full understanding and know what you're doing and know what you're playing. But not only that, you'll be able to teach someone else, okay? That's the best way to retain something, when you can teach it to someone else. So that's what I train my students to do, okay? Not only you learn it, but you go, what you learn from that lesson, you go show someone else to the best of your ability, okay? And this is how you retain information. So week one, is the basic foundations, basic music concepts. We'll talk about the music alphabet, flats and sharps, whole steps and half steps, inversions, the music pattern, basic rhythm and counting, and proper finger placement, okay? Now, a lot of people may say, I already know this stuff, but you'll be amazed, okay, of the information that people really do not know, okay? So this is the basic foundation, because everything has a foundation, okay? So you definitely want to start here, okay? So just that's week one. Week two, we'll talk about understanding the keyboard, okay? Using the entire keyboard, fingering exercises, proper finger technique, piano warm-ups, and strengthening your weak fingers. There are weak fingers on your playing hand, okay? It's usually the third or fourth finger, and some fingers is the pinky finger, okay? So we have fingering exercises to help strengthen those weaker fingers. Now, week three, this is when this is where we get into the heart of the lesson. We talk about introduction to basic chord progressions. What is a progression? Major scale progressions, the circle of fifths and fourths. So what I teach my students, there is a 4-step process to playing songs. Number one, you have to learn your scales. You must know your scales, okay? All 12 keys. You must know your scales, and from scales you can derive chords. Chords come from scales, okay? And from scales, after you learn your scales and your chords, then you're able to play progressions. And progressions, what a progression is where one chord moves to the next chord. And if you can play progressions, then ladies and gentlemen, you can play songs, because that's how songs are created. Songs are created from progressions, okay? So this is going to be fun. This is where your journey begins. And believe it or not, in week three alone, people are playing songs, okay? People are playing songs because they understand the process: scales, chords, progressions, songs, okay? All right, so week four, we'll talk about the 4 types of chords: major, minor, augmented, diminished chords. Okay, so we'll talk about the 4 types of chords: major, minor, augmented, and diminished chords in the 12 keys. Now, the week 5 is the 7th chords. What are 7th chords? The first type of 7th chords. Okay, the 5 types of 7th chords. Okay, now 7th chords are used more like in jazz, but once again, if you are reading off a chord chart, then this is going to be very helpful. But and also, you're, as a musician, you need to know everything about music, you know, the language of music, and this is part of the language of knowing 7th chords and understanding 7th chords and explaining what a 7th chord is. Okay, all right, now week 6, we'll talk about the minor chord progressions in the 12 keys, the minor scales, relative minor, harmonic minor, melodic minor, and creating minor chord progressions. Okay, so just as there is a major chord progressions, there are minor chord progressions. Okay, so we'll talk more about that. Now week 7 is how to sight read music, reading chord charts, and playing by ear. Every musician needs to know these 3 things. Number 1, how to play by ear. Okay, number 2, how to read music, and number 3, how to read off a chord chart. These 3 things are very important. These things are very important, and this is what, you know, I instill in my students, because most musicians only can do 1 or 2 of the things, but you need to be, as a full capable musician, you need to be able to do all 3, because if someone puts a piece of sheet music in front of you, you should know how to sight read that music and be able to play it. Okay, but if you have to take it at a slower tempo, but you should be able to read that piece of music. Okay, number 2, if someone puts a chord chart in front of you, you should be able to play the chords, okay, off that chart. And number 3, if you don't have time and you have to play by ear, you should be able to hear and pick up the chord progressions. Okay, so what I'm doing is helping you to be a very capable musician that understands music and understand the process of sight reading, reading off a chord chart, and playing by ear. Okay, and then week 8, we'll dive into worship piano, introduction to worship songs, and even look at other genres as well. Okay, so this is Fred Noble from Noble's New Sound and Music Studio, where your new music journey begins. If you are interested or know someone who's interested, please share this, and we'll get back in contact with them. Once again, this course is starting this upcoming Saturday at I believe it's like 9 or 9:30 in North Charleston, but inbox me and I'll give you full details. Okay, thank you and have a great day.